friends, and welcome to the Real Life Health Show. I have a question this week, or a statement that I have a little disagreement with, so I just wanted to talk about it. And it pertains to the vegetarian vegan diet and the Bible. Somebody had emailed me saying, well, not only the Bible, but also about can the poor people of this world eat a healthy diet? Can they afford it? So it was a long email, and I just want to reply. I thank the person for sending it, and I encourage everyone to send me any questions or comments you might have so we could discuss them here. But somebody said here, I am wondering if the poor world can afford to be healthy. All these natural foods today seems to be so high in costing. First of all, there are a lot of marketing hype out there about certain products, and you do not need to have money to be healthy. Absolutely not. I just interviewed a guy on my show a couple of weeks ago who's been eating a raw food vegan diet for over 17 years. Eats very simple, takes no supplements, and he can't even get organic food all the time. He's very healthy, or appears to be, and he's totally happy with what he's doing. You want to do the best you can do, and where there's a need, Yahweh, our wonderful Creator, should provide. However, most people look beyond their needs. So it's great if you could spend money on good food, but where there's a will, there's a way. And it's Yahweh's will for all of us to be healthy. So don't think you need money to be healthy. That's not true. That's the marketer's ploy and the marketer's trip to get people on this path that we don't necessarily need to be taking. There are many different ways to get food, without spending a lot of money. You just got to be creative sometimes, maybe growing your own food, growing sprouts, even perhaps. So there are ways to do it if you desire to do it. So you don't need to spend a lot of money on things, even like supplements. Most people take way too many supplements, and supplements that aren't even for them, that they don't even need. And they avoid the ones they should be taking. So there are many different things out there. Obviously, money always helps make things a little bit more easier to obtain, but where there's a will, there's a way. But the person went on to talk more about the vegan versus non-vegan issue and the Bible, and gives an example of Daniel, and says, in the book of Daniel we read, Daniel and the men he ate a bland diet. They did not eat from the bounty of the king's table, and better off for it. So the two things they were pertaining to here is, or claiming is, number one, he didn't eat the rich foods of the world. He ate a very bland, poor diet, and he was healthy for it. And they also talk about the meats. They say, yes, we understand that meat today is not the way it was meant to be, but in the scriptures it says a land flowing with milk and honey, and we should have animal products in our diet. And this person goes so far to say a vegan diet goes against Torah, or against what the Bible has to say. And that's not necessarily true. We're not commanded in the scriptures to be vegans, but we're not commanded in the scriptures either to eat meat. There's only one place in the whole Bible where man is commanded to eat meat, and that's during the Passover, which most people aren't even doing correctly anyway about the Passover. But besides that, there's nowhere in the scripture that say man needs to eat meat, or they need to be a vegan or vegetarian. It does say they need to be good stewards of their health. And whatever a person chooses, if a person chooses to do that by being on a vegetarian diet or consuming meat, they must do it within the guidelines of the scriptures, and also with the healthy guidelines of their own chemistry. So I appreciate your mail here, and if you believe that you or your family shouldn't be vegan, well, that's your choice. But I must say, I know a lot of people who are eating a vegan diet that, well, I know some people that are eating a vegan diet that are thriving. But I must say, I know some people that are eating a vegan diet that thrive, and I meet others that don't do too well. And I could say the same thing about meat. And a lot of the videos I give here on the Real Life Health should discuss why some of those people thrive or don't thrive, and some common mistakes they often make. And that's what we try to clarify up here on the raw food lifestyle here. But I wanted to be clear. I disagree with you where you're saying a vegan diet is not biblically based. As a matter of fact, in the Garden of Eden, Genesis 1:29 says the fruits and the vegetables are the food for man. Our wonderful Creator decided to add animals later to the diet. And some people say man's lifestyle or a life decided to decline when meat was added to the diet. No, man's life started to decline when man disobeyed our Creator and His words. And, as for the meats, certainly there's nothing wrong with doing it. As for land of milk and honey, as you said in your letter here, There's a big difference between raw milk and the milk that's in the store. If you get the right milk, you do it the right way at the right time, you could be fine. I really appreciate your question, and just because we disagree doesn't mean I'm right and you're wrong, or vice versa. But we can't take such a stand against one or the other. Each person has to choose their own path. But remember, in the scriptures it does say there's a path before each person that seems right but ends in death. So we must be careful to make sure the path is the path that our Creator Yahweh has laid out for us. It says, in His Word, I take no pleasure in the death of wicked people. I only want them to take responsibility for their health and change their evil ways so they can live, or so they can have life. We need to be careful with this because many people are doing wicked things. And it might not seem wicked to them. Something innocently as eating bacon or something like this. Well, the scriptures call that an abomination, to put something unclean in the body. So it is a wicked thing, and it does produce death. So we have to be careful with that. Some people will say, well, as long as I pray over the food, it's healthy. Look, I don't care how many times you pray over a Twinkie, it's never going to make it healthy. So we have to be careful, folks, with our decisions and what we do. But regardless, we can all live a healthy life. Physically, we have to eat the things that were here to generate life and health. We could all spiritually get in line with our Creator's Word and read the Torah, which is the first 5 books of the Bible, to find out exactly the instructions and guidance for how we can live. And then emotionally, we can understand and start living in a way that doesn't produce stress in the bodies. All right, everybody, this is Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show saying have a great day and a great raw life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.